14, there are some apples, oranges, and pears in the box. There are 3 items: apples, oranges, pears. The number of apples is 30% of the total number of fruits in the box. So what I like to do is always to change the percentage to fraction. So 30%, right? Okay. If you simplify it, it's basically 310. And if you simplify it, it becomes 310, right? It means the number of apples is 310 of the total number of fruits in the box. So apple is 3 units, and total is how many units? Okay, apple is 3 units because the numerator is 3, right? So that's why 3 units is to the apple, 10 units is to the total. Can you all see? Okay, so this is how you should understand the question. Now, next one. There are 32 fewer apples than oranges. Now, when you see this keyword, right, fewer, it is the same as less than. Am I right or not? Every time you see more than or less than, there is only one method that we will do. The approach is model every time you see more than or less than. Apples, A for apples, O for oranges, and then P for pears. Okay? Because why? Got 3 things, don't forget. Apple, oranges, pears. 32 fewer apples than oranges. It means, right, when I draw my model, my apple is 32 fewer than oranges. So I'm going to draw oranges longer by 32. We know that apple is 3 units, correct or not? So put this 3 units back to your model here. So this question is a little bit tricky. Why? Because you draw this part already, you still need to backtrack, go here and go and put in the clue. Remember, after you start, right, go back to the previous sentence. You might have wanted to put some context that you have not put yet in the previous part. And we know total, right? Earlier on, we know that total is 10 units. This whole thing here is 10 units. If I know this is 3 units, right, then bottom part, same size, it must be 3 units also. The remaining 64 fruits are pears. Okay, 64, right, I don't know how to draw. It can be like very small, 64. It can be even the same thing, 64. It can be more than this. It can be even the longest, right? There are so many ways to write the 64 because we don't know the value here. My take is you can draw any size. Just don't assume things like, don't assume that it is the same. But if you don't want to draw, no problem also. Just put 64 here. Also can solve. Now, how you solve it? If total is 10 units, here is 3 units, here is 3 units. Tell me, this and this is equal to how many units? 4 units. Cause total 10 units, you minus the 3 units here, minus the 3 units here. You should be left with 4 units. And the remaining 4 units must come from the 64 and 32. 64 plus 32. Yeah. 96. 1 unit is 96 divided by 4. Okay, 1 unit is 24. Answer 96. Okay, let's see. Total number of fruits in the box. Total number is 10 units. So 10 units will be 1 unit is 24, 10 units 10 times 24. 240. Yeah. So, okay, I hope you all can do this PSLE question now. Now I look at B. Jane placed some apples into the box. The total number of fruits in the box increased by 25%. What percentage of the total number of fruits are apples after that? Okay, this one is percentage. But I always like to tell my students, percentage, right, actually can use fraction to do it, or can do use ratio to do it. When they say the total number of fruits increased by 25%, it means that your total at first must be 100%. Then your total increased by what they say 25%. So your total in the end is 125%. If I would express percentage in ratio, right, this is what it means. 100% at 25% become 125%. Usually what I tell my students to do, I will tell them to simplify the ratio, work with small numbers. I will, actually, in fact, if you all realize total at first is 10 unit from previous part, right? So how can I make it 10 unit, people? How can I make the first set of ratio now go down, right? It's become 10. From 100 become 10. What do you all do? Divide by 10. Exactly. Everything divide by 10. Because divide by 10 is 2.5. We generally don't want to put decimal in the ratio. So what I'm going to do, okay, I will just divide by 25. Make it simplest form as much as possible first. So I get 4 to 1, 2. Okay, 125 divided by 25 is a 5. Okay. Now, just now I already found out my total is 240 at first. This is equals to 10 unit earlier on. But I never changed to 10 unit earlier on, right? 100. I say I don't want to change to 10. Because if I change to 10, right, then I must divide by 10. Then here also divide by 10, then I get 2.5. I don't want to deal with that 0.5. So what I do, I just simply ignore the 10 unit. I take the total is 240 at first. I now use parts. I use it as 4 parts. Okay? 4 parts is 240. So 1 part will be 240 divided by 4, you will get a 60. 1 part is 60. This is the increase for the total in the end. Okay, what percentage of the total fruits are apples in the end? You want apples out of your total. And you want percentage, so you must times 100%. So this is the main thing that you need to find. I am deriving the formula from what the question is asking for. Because they ask percentage, so I must make it to percentage times 100. Total denominator, apple in the numerator. Okay, so this is what I need to get. But how do I get apples? My apples previously was how many unit, everyone? 3 unit. So to find 3 unit, right? Just now 1 unit is 24. Huh? So 3 unit is 3 times 24. Okay, my apple just now is 72. Okay, my apple just now is 72. The box now, right, increased by 25% because he added more apple. So the increase of 1 part here, it must come from the apple that he added. So it means right now apple in the end is how many? What do you do? How do you find apples in the end? What do you do exactly? Apples 3 unit, yes, we found already 72. And then he added more apples here, right? He added more apples here. That's why your total increased by 1 part. You already found 1 part is 60. 72 plus 60. You add 60 apples, right? Yes. So your apple currently at the moment, right, is 1, 3, 2. Okay? What is your total? Your total is 5 parts in the end. So if 4 part is 240, 1 part is 60. I'm just gonna write 5 part is 240 plus 60. 60 times 5 also can, no problem. Okay, so your total is 300. So out of total 300, now you multiply by 100%. Okay, this one is just a paper 2 question. You just need to key in the calculator all this except for the percent. Percent only for presentation. When you key in the calculator, do not put the percent in, else the value is going to be wrong. We'll have 44. So that's your answer, okay? 44%. Okay, 44% answer. Jeremy bought a box of cookies. He ate 1/5 of the cookies on Monday, 1/7 of the remaining cookies on Tuesday. Now you see the keyword remaining, right? Most probably is branching. We're going to do branching. So how we do branching? Start with total. He ate 1/5 of the cookies on Monday. It means he ate 5 units of the total out of 1 unit, which is from Monday. It means your 5 unit total, you are going to branch out. 1 unit is for Monday. Which also means that 5 minus 1, your remainder is 4 units. When I look at this fraction first, right, I should get 1, 2, 3. First branch. 5 unit, 1 unit, 5 minus 1, 4 unit remainder. Now, the next one. And 1/7 of the remaining on Tuesday. So it means, right, out of 7 units of the remainder, 1 unit, right, okay, Jeremy, okay, actually ate on Tuesday. So what I'll do is I'll put the 7 unit here, then I branch out. 1 unit is on Tuesday. So 7 minus 1, right, okay, 6 unit is in the end. Then after that, what I will do from here, right, is I want to make the remainder the same. Because above is 4 unit, but below is 7 unit. So to make it the same, I will times top and I will times 4 below. Yeah. So if I times 7 here, I must make sure the same numbers here in the same branch. Also times 7, okay? So times 7 times 7. This is 35 unit. This is 28 unit. This is 7 unit. Okay? If I times 4 here, make sure you times 4 to every number here in the same branch. So times 4 times 4. Okay? 28 unit, 4 unit, and 24 unit. Okay? Now do a check by circling. So this is what you do. 24 unit plus 4 unit equals 28 unit. That's your remainder. 28 unit plus Monday 7 unit, total 35 unit. Okay, so all the numbers must all match up. That means you never do any careless mistake. Okay, and then that means you can solve the question away. He bought another 132, and then he had as many cookies as he had at first. So in the end, he got 24 unit, right? Then he went to buy 132 cookie. Then end up become whatever have at first, which is 35 unit, right? 132 is how many unit? Okay, you all can answer me first. 11 unit, because from 24 unit to become 35 unit, that's an increase of 35 unit minus 24 unit is 11 unit. So 11 unit is 132. Okay, very good. Okay, 132 divided by 11, that's how you get 1 unit is 12. Actually, I realize I'm doing for B already. Okay, no worries. Anyway, we need this anyway. They want what fraction of the cookies did he eat on Tuesday? Tuesday, 4 unit. Out of total 35 units, so it's 4 out of 35 done for part A. How many more cookies did he eat on Monday than Tuesday? Okay, Monday he ate 7 units. Tuesday he ate 4 units. So 7 units minus 4 units, right? He ate 3 units more. If 1 unit is 12, right? 3 units is 3 times 12. Okay, 36. Okay, how many cookies did he have at first? So at first is 35 units. If 1 unit is 12, 35 units is 35 times 12. Okay, done. Ratio is like that. He ate 1/5 of the cookies on Monday, means 5 units is the total. Monday, he ate 1 unit. So your remainder is 5 minus 1 is 4 units. He ate 1/7 of the remaining cookies on Tuesday. It means your remainder is 7 units from the question. So 7. Out of which 1 unit he ate on Tuesday. So Tuesday is 1. So whatever in the end, 7 minus 1 is 6. Your repeated item is your remainder. So to make remainder the same, you will times 7 here, times 4 here, so that you can make your remainder into 28. Then they will be equal. Then you have 35 here, you have 7 here. This one you times 4, you get 4 here, you get 24 here. Okay. In the end, he has 24 units. At first, he got 35 units. So in the end, from 24 units, right, what the question says is that he bought 132 cookie. So you plus 132, right? So same thing, 35 units. If you minus 24 units, you know that he bought 11 units. 11 units is 132. What fraction of the cookies did he eat on Tuesday? 4 out of total 35. Then here is all the same thing. Okay, the working will all be the same. 13. We have A, B, C, D is a square of side 36 cm. So they show you square. So 36 cm, 36 cm. There are 2 shaded squares of different sizes, X and Y, within the square ABCD. So your X and Y, right, they are different size by the way. They will tell you different size. Okay? What is the area of the shaded square X, which is this one? You are going to cut. I want you to focus in this triangle first. Okay, how can you cut such that it's equal, right? You can cut like this. Can you see if you cut like this, it's same already? Like this one is same, this one is same, this one is same, this one is same. Okay, but let me tell you, this side is impossible to cut the same way as this. We're going to cut it a little bit differently for this one. This one I can cut it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like this. Okay. I want you to find this big triangle first. Half times base times height. Can you see? Base and height is here. Right angle is here. 6, 4, 8. If this is 6, 4, 8, you cut the 6, 4, 8 into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And your y occupy 2 parts. So what you do? 6, 4, 8 divided by 2. Exactly. Or you can also 2 out of 4 of your 6, 4, 8. Because it's 2 out of 4 parts, 3, 2, 4. Answer part A. Okay? 3, 2, 4 cm squared. If you want to find the shaded square for X, now I want you to focus in this triangle. This triangle. Okay? This triangle, does it have the same area as this triangle? Same, because the base is 36 and the height is also 36. Yes? Okay, if it has the same, to find X, how many parts does it occupy right there? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 9 of your triangle just now we found is 6, 4, 8. Okay? So 4 and 9 times 6, 4, 8. X is 288. You want total area of the shaded square. So it must be X plus your Y. Oh no, I mixed it up. So X actually is supposed to be part A. Whatever just now I found it was Y. Let me change it. Wait, let me change this one. Okay? Okay, yeah. So X is actually 288 cm squared. Then for Y, Y is this one. This is the one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So 2 out of 4 parts, which just now we found 3, 2, 4. So shaded area is X and Y. Okay? So it's 288 plus your Y is 3, 2, 4. 6, 1, 2. Yes, it's correct. I previously did it. Check already. Part A, to find the volume of water in A is length times breadth times height. 40 times 30 times 60. Okay, part A is 72000. 72000 cm cube. But usually water I like to put ml. Cm cube usually for solids. Yes, it's 15 cm. 15 cm. So basically, right, okay, if you pour tank A, right, into tank B without spilling, the height of water level in A become twice of that in B. So you pour already, right? Now your A, the height twice is 2 units. Compared to the water here, is 1 unit. Okay, I didn't get this by random. I get it from here. They say the height become twice. What's the height of water level in tank B, which is basically the 1 unit? So how you do? Number 1, go and find the volume of tank A in the end. Length times breadth times height. 40 times 30 times 2 unit. 2400 unit. Do the same thing for tank B here, the water. Your B in the end is going to be 60 times 40 times height is 1 unit. 2400 unit. Okay? Once I get here, the water is 2400 unit. Here, the water is 2400 unit. The water in the end in tank A and in tank B, they all come from tank A, which was 72,000 ml. So what you just need to do is you take the volume here, you plus with here, 2400 unit plus 2400 unit. Okay, total volume is 4800 unit, and they all come from the 72,000 ml, which was from tank A originally. Internal transfer, total unchanged, because this one you pour over, you left here and here, right? So that is your 4800 unit that you have calculated. To find 1 unit is 72,000 ml divided by 4800, 15, and your 1 unit is 15. That's exactly what they asked you, right? The height of water level in tank B, that's your 1 unit. That's how you find your answer is 15 cm.